That's a sweet win, boys. Sweet win. Let's go.
That's how we play bowls.
You can give it, you gotta take it. Otherwise, don't give it.
We're ready for the challenge. Pad up करके life एक मैदान है जो जिद और जान है तो बने lockdown भी खुला आसमान है तो पहन के तू red and gold go challengers go play bold.
Yeah, it was a really important win on the road for us. The fact that we got more support than the home crowd is an unbelievable feeling. Tells you all about how much we're liked as a team and how people come out and back us. And it's a very sweet win. Feels very good for many reasons, but most importantly for the kind of character we showed defending that total. I think everyone had the belief that we can do it, and we ended up on the winning side, which is great.
Virat Kohli was at his aggressive best. He was really getting the crowd going as well. What does that do to a squad, Puff?
Oh, that's the best version of Virat, isn't it? To see him pumped up like that, that's when he's at his best. So yeah, it's really awesome to be a part of it. My job is to keep things calm on the field, which I thought we did really well.
Well, it's ramping up, isn't it? In terms of every game, it's pretty much a 4-point swing. There's a lot on it. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of effort from everybody, and everyone's pretty desperate to win. So we're certainly no different. So as I said, when you're able to apply some pressure and you can get on top of people, then you can I guess enjoy that moment a little bit. But it was always pretty tight right through to the end. And as I said, I guess after the last match here at Chinnaswamy, where we lost off the last ball, it always felt like we were really desperate to get this one. So I think you probably saw a little bit of that boil over from time to time.
The runs that you got in was truly the weight of gold. When you and Virat were batting out there, what were the conversations?
Yeah, the plan was to take the seamers on because we felt like the spinners was going to be really hard work. It's a tough wicket, so we had to adapt. I think that was the most important thing. Coming from Chinnaswamy, it's a different style of playing on there. So I think with the bat, we were very good in the first partnership. We saw how much the ball was stopping and spinning. So we tried to put foot on the gas against the seamers, which we did. And then the spinners was just a case of just knocking it around, trying to get twos and hopefully get a boundary now and then. But it was really tough work. Both of us tried to attack and then he went out, and then it felt like I needed to bat a little bit deeper on a wicket like that. It's always easier for the in batter than it is for the guys coming in. So, and just when I would think it's time for me to attack, and then we'd lose another wicket. And then the same thing, a couple of balls later, just absorb a little bit. And then I go, okay, it's time to attack, and then we lost another wicket. So the role for me today was just to take it deep, as deep as possible. And in the nature of those wickets, it's always really valuable to have one of your top four to bat through.
We got them 34 for 4, whereas we didn't lose a single wicket in our power plays. Is that the difference between the two teams on such a tough wicket?
Yeah, I think we assess conditions really well, and I think it helps having that experience out there at the start. Obviously, even from the very first ball where it stopped and bounced, it was sort of a continuation of our practice wickets here, and we always thought 130 was a good score. If we could scrap to 120 and maybe have a little dip at the end, we might have got over that, but as expected, it got harder and harder.
What was the chat in the halfway stage of the game, and who spoke the most?
Oh, look, I think there was conversations happening the whole time during our batting innings in terms of what was the hardest ball to face, what lengths did we want to bowl, whether we're going to bowl cross seamers, whether we can bowl cutters, but it was more about the lengths. So, everyone that was out there was talking, obviously with the coaches as well, but it was just a sharing of ideas. On those sort of wickets, we always knew it was going to be a real graft, and that's sort of exactly what it was.
Is this the true definition of play bowl cricket, Mike? Are you happy with it?
Well, it's certainly completely different than what we've been having at Chinnaswamy, where obviously you can go out, play with freedom, and probably you're challenged a bit more with the ball, whereas here, the batting is more about your skill, rather than just your striking ability. So the ability to rotate, the ability to minimise dots. If you get a scoring opportunity, great, but there are obviously very few and far between. So I think it was just a really good professional effort.
A word about our bowlers with Josh returning to the squad. How good were we?
Very good. Off was really good. But for me, the most pleasing was to see Karn and today, the way he bowled. He's bowled really well, I think, throughout the season. But just obviously the nature of getting money back, it was tough on him. So very pleased for him the way things went for him tonight. And I think it's going to be important bowler for us moving into all the away conditions where we'll face more of these surfaces.
Josh Hazlewood returned to cricket after your injury layoff, bowling those 3 overs, taking those couple of wickets, giving away only 15 runs. How did that feel?
Yeah, it felt good. It's good to get out there in the middle again for a game. It's so different to a sort of training session. So it's great to get back out there and exciting, and the crowd's really loud as well. So it always feels like you're at home crowd with an RCB fan. So yeah, exciting times.
Karn Sharma, congratulations! क्या bowling डाले आज? कैसा लग रहा है? And कैसा लग रहा है इस स्टेडियम में ये जीत प्राप्त करके?
ऑब्वियसली बहुत अच्छा लगा है. यहाँ पे मेरा फर्स्ट 10 विकेट हॉल भी था जब मैंने प्लेड फॉर दिल्ली ट्रॉफी. मैंने प्लेड दिल्ली ट्रॉफी ओवर हियर, माय फर्स्ट 10 विकेट हॉल आल्सो ऑन दिस ग्राउंड. सो बहुत अच्छा लगा कि यहाँ पे परफॉर्म किया. और उससे बड़ा कि हम लोग जीते, जो तो मस्ट विन गेम था और इतने कम रन बनाए हमने, पर स्टिल वी मैनेज टू विन दैट गेम ईजिली. सो रियली प्राउड ऑफ द टीम एंड माई सेल्फ.